You think you're healthy. The truth is 10. Everyday habits may be quietly damaging your brain's blood vessels, paving the way for a stroke. You wake up, sip your morning coffee, maybe go for a walk, or maybe not. Life feels normal. But what if I told you that one small, familiar routine you do every day could be silently pushing you toward a stroke? A stroke isn't always a sudden bolt from the blue. It's not always genetic, not always bad luck. More often, it's the result of tiny daily choices, things we barely think about. We're talking about a brain stroke, something that can steal your ability to walk, speak, or even recognize the faces of those you love. One moment you're fine. The next, your life has changed forever. Most people believe they're doing okay. But the truth, millions of older adults are engaging in daily habits that quietly harm their blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and create the perfect storm for a stroke or even a heart attack without ever realizing it. Seemingly harmless eating habits. Processed foods, slow-acting poison on your plate. Most processed foods are loaded with sodium-added sugars, unhealthy fats, and chemical preservatives. Frozen pizza, canned soup. They're packed with ingredients that raise blood pressure and cholesterol levels, and high blood pressure is the #1 risk factor for a stroke. Unhealthy fats, especially trans fats, increase LDL, the bad cholesterol, while lowering HDL, the good kind. Over time, this leads to plaque buildup in your arteries, including the ones feeding your brain. That's how a stroke happens when blood can't reach where it's needed. These foods also drive up rates of obesity and diabetes, two more major stroke risk factors. But perhaps worst of all, they offer little to no fiber vitamins or minerals essential for staying healthy. Too much salt, the silent enemy in your kitchen. Salt is everywhere, hidden in sauces, deli meats, snacks, even bread. You might not taste it, but it's there quietly sneaking into your diet and silently raising your blood pressure. For older adults, this is especially dangerous. Science shows, when you consume too much sodium, your body retains extra water. That extra fluid increases blood volume, forces your heart to work harder, and puts added pressure on your arteries. Over time, this constant strain can lead to high blood pressure, and that's a direct path to both a stroke and a heart attack. The American Heart Association recommends less than 500 milligrams of sodium per day if you have high blood pressure or are over 60. But most people eat nearly twice that amount without realizing it. What does that mean for your brain? Constant pressure weakens and stiffens the tiny blood vessels inside your head. Eventually, they may burst or become blocked, leading to an ischemic stroke or brain hemorrhage. Too much sugar. Sweet but deadly sugar makes everything taste better. Feel better, at least for a moment. But over time, especially for those over 60, too much sugar leads to serious health problems, some of which can be life-threatening. When you regularly consume high amounts of sugar, your body stores more fat, particularly around the belly. This extra fat raises the risk of obesity, which directly increases the risk of a stroke. What's more, sugar causes spikes in insulin levels, raising the risk of type 2 diabetes, a major culprit in damaging the brain's blood vessels. And don't forget what sugar does to your blood fats. It raises triglycerides and lowers HDL, the good cholesterol, creating a dangerous environment for atherosclerosis or hardening of the arteries. That's how a stroke quietly develops over years of tiny, unnoticed damage. But here's what many seniors don't realize. Even foods labeled low-fat or healthy can be packed with sugar. Flavored yogurt, granola bars, fruit juice. They may be sugar bombs in disguise. Drinking too much alcohol, a hidden danger. Heavy or frequent alcohol consumption raises your blood pressure even if you feel fine. It can also cause your heart to beat irregularly, a condition known as atrial fibrillation. In this state, blood can pool and form clots inside the heart. If one of those clots travels to the brain, it can block a major artery and cause an ischemic stroke. Alcohol also weakens the heart muscle, making it less effective at pumping blood. Over the years, this can lead to cardiomyopathy, another condition that increases the risk of a stroke. And there's more. Alcohol can interfere with the medications, especially blood thinners or high blood pressure drugs, making them less effective or even dangerous. The safe limit. No more than 1 drink per day for women, and 2 drinks per day for men. Medication overuse. Silently undermining your health. Overusing pain relievers. A hidden danger. Many seniors overlook. We often deal with minor backaches, knee pain, or stiff joints, so you reach for ibuprofen or naproxen, common over-the-counter, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs. But here's the truth. When taken frequently or in high doses, these pain relievers can quietly increase your risk of a stroke. Most people assume painkillers are harmless because they're available everywhere. However, NSAIDs can raise blood pressure, especially in older adults. They also affect the body's clotting system. For some people, this creates a dangerous situation. Blood vessels tighten, blood becomes thicker, and the risk of a blockage goes up. So what should you do? Talk to your doctor. Share a complete list of all medications and supplements you're taking, even the ones you think are harmless. Your doctor can help you avoid dangerous combinations and adjust your treatment plan safely. Not monitoring blood pressure. Keeping track of your blood pressure means keeping track of your blood vessels. A blood pressure reading consistently above 130/80 puts serious strain on artery walls. It causes tiny tears. Your body tries to repair them, but those tears can turn into plaque. Eventually, blood flow slows down, clots form, and your brain, the control center, gets cut off. For older adults, this is especially critical. Aging arteries are already less flexible. Add high pressure, and it's like forcing water through a rusty pipe. But the good news, you can take control. Switch to a DASH diet, walk regularly, cut down on salt, eat more potassium-rich foods, sleep better. All of these help. And always follow your doctor's advice. Underestimating the impact of diabetes. Diabetes doesn't just affect blood sugar. It affects every small blood vessel in your body, including those that supply your brain. That's why seniors with uncontrolled diabetes have twice the risk of stroke. High blood sugar stiffens artery walls, builds up plaque, and makes the blood thicker and slower. Diabetes also often comes with high blood pressure and high cholesterol, compounding the risk. But most of this damage happens silently. No pain, no symptoms, just years of elevated blood sugar quietly destroying your circulatory system. That's why adding more fiber to your diet and cutting back on sweets is about more than just managing diabetes. It's about protecting your memory, your speech, your mobility, your thinking, and your ability to live fully. Your brain deserves that kind of care. Unhealthy lifestyle habits, inactivity, and sedentary living. Did you know that sitting too much can harm your heart, brain, and blood vessels? When you stay inactive, your circulation slows down. Blood pressure may rise. Blood sugar becomes harder to control. You gain weight. Cholesterol climbs. Each of these factors increases your risk of a stroke. But beyond the numbers, inactivity also weakens your muscles, including your heart muscle. It stiffens your arteries, and it silently steals your balance, mobility, and strength. That's why seniors who sit too much face a much higher risk of stroke, falls, and loss of independence. Not hydrating the body. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker. This makes it harder for blood to flow and increases the risk of blood clots, a clot traveling to the brain. That's an ischemic stroke. Just one is all it takes. Dehydration also affects blood pressure. Sometimes it drops too low. Other times the body overcompensates and pressure rises. Either way, your brain is impacted. Dehydration also reduces the oxygen supply, meaning your brain cells are literally gasping for what they need to survive. Carry a water bottle. Drink with every meal. Set reminders if needed. Choose water-rich foods like cucumbers or watermelon. Simple steps, powerful results. Next time you forget to drink water, remember, 75% of your brain is water. Protect it. Nourish it. Every sip matters. Smoking. You already know smoking harms your lungs. But do you know what it does to your brain? Every time you smoke, thousands of toxic chemicals enter your bloodstream. They harden the arteries, damage the inner lining, and speed up plaque buildup. This means higher blood pressure, increased risk of blood clots, and more blockages in the very vessels that feed your brain. But it doesn't stop there. Smoking makes your blood clot faster, which may sound helpful until a clot blocks a brain artery and causes a stroke. Smoking also triggers inflammation throughout the body and reduces oxygen levels, slowly starving brain tissue over time. According to the CDC, smokers are 2 to 4 times more likely to have a stroke than non-smokers. This risk climbs with age, especially if you've been smoking for decades. So you've just walked through 10 habits that may seem harmless, but are quietly pushing you closer to a stroke. From eating processed foods, consuming too much sugar and salt, overusing painkillers, ignoring high blood pressure, uncontrolled diabetes, to sitting too long, drinking too little water, smoking, or drinking too much alcohol. You might be wondering, am I doing a few of these? Or worse, almost all of them? And the honest answer is, many of us have. These habits don't arrive with warning signs. They creep into our daily lives disguised as convenience routine, or simply exhaustion. Day by day, they slowly wear down your cardiovascular system, damage blood vessels, and affect your brain. Stroke isn't just a sudden accident. It's the result of hundreds of small choices left unchecked.